All right, so we're back to the office here and we're started to boil. Just kind of got it started rolling here. Right now I have these two pans on it, but I thought I would show you guys taking it from the tank where we had it in the truck earlier, and then putting it on the burner and watch a little bit of the boil. So it's been a while since we collected sap last. Right now we're up to 50 gallons collected and it's flowing like crazy right now, so probably by the end of the week we'll be up to 75, and deciding how much longer we want to go. We don't need a whole lot of sap, so probably end up cutting it a little short and saving on some propane costs. But right now let's go over to the truck and get some sap for the pan. Here's the same tank. We already have some of it going. As you can see, we're about halfway through this one. This one was full starting this morning, but now it's time to add some more. Kind of show you how that's done here. So this tank has a spigot on the bottom right here. Eventually I'd like to add a ball valve here so that it's a little easier, but for right now I just loosen the cap and just let it pour into the bucket. And it comes out pretty quick. It's under a lot of pressure and the cap is vented, so I don't have to worry about that. Fill up my little bucket here and then stick the cap back on. And this is what I'm a little concerned about. I'm losing some sap, but it's not too much, so it shouldn't be too bad. And now I'm gonna go over and show you the boiling setup and adding this in. Alright, now we're just gonna put this on here. We're gonna put it on the middle burner. I just got it going, and I kind of gotta push these other ones out of the way a little bit while I'm doing it. Be careful not to burn myself while I'm doing it. It's a bit of a tight fit, but squeeze them all in here and then they'll be ready to go. If you want to come up here and then we can take a look down in the pan. Hopefully it won't fog up too much, but it's boiling. These other two pans are, and this is about 25, maybe 30 gallons worth of sap condensed down here. We've been boiling it for a little while, and now we're just going to let this go. Hopefully by the end of today we'll be able to fit all 50 gallons down into this pan right here, and that'll be just over a gallon's worth of syrup. The idea here is that we're gonna put it into pint jars and then give it to a few of our office people and everybody that helped with the process. But it's about a 45, maybe 50 to 1 ratio of sap to syrup. So it takes a lot of boiling. We're doing all of this with propane. So we have this 3-burner stove, and it makes it really nice to do it on the stove because we can turn it all the way up, get it boiling quick, and then turn it down. The controls on it's pretty nice for that, although it comes at a higher cost. You have to buy propane, you have to have the stove here, but for these small types of operations, this works well. If you're going to be doing more than just a gallon or so of syrup, you might want to switch to a wood boiler. It would be more efficient to do it that way, especially having a wider pan. I've seen people use steam trays or have a custom fabricated stainless steel pan, but for the amount that we do, these 3 pots here and a little propane stove will work just fine. So now we're just going to let it boil, and we'll come back this afternoon. Hopefully we'll have it all condensed down and it'll be ready for bottling. So this is kind of another way to tell here other than temperature. This is just by sight, so not even having any sort of equipment involved. This foam that's on the top of it, it's kind of hard to see in the video, but all day long it's been kind of a clear, maybe slightly yellow. Well, now it's becoming very thick foam, and it's darkening very quickly. So these next couple minutes here is when the sap is going to be just perfect for bottling. It's when it's going to be at its thickest and not turn into any sort of candy, and you're not going to have any extra crystallization. So it's pretty quick on the transition here, so we're going to try and bottle this up as quick as we can here in the next minute or so, and it'll be just perfect for syrup. So it's the end of the day here. We just reached temperature in our set. As you can see, there's hardly anything left in it. It's reading about 219 right now. We started off at, our thermometer was a little off. It was reading 209 to 210 when it started boiling. And now it's up to syrup temperature, which is 219 accordingly. So the thermometer is reading 217. So we're gonna ladle some of this into here. So this is just a pint jar with a funnel, and then we put some cheesecloth over the top of it. There are maple syrup filters out there, but this will work just fine for what we're doing. It'll take out the big chunks. So I'll show you a little bit of how this is done here. Just scoop it up while it's still hot and boiling. And we have these jars that are washed, and they were warm coming in here. So just ladle it in. Kind of go slow so you don't waste any. Alright, and like with that one there, got a little carried away on the pour, so it ended up spilling over the edge. We did waste a little bit there, but if we can look inside to see all the stuff that we caught, that's all the minerals in the tree and a little bit of scorched sap. It's just the stuff that we're trying to filter out. So we're gonna take these lids. These are just the regular mouth lids. Slip that on there. Grab one of the rings. Just put that on finger tight. Set it off to the side, and we're good to go for the next one. So that's the whole process. We're going to continue this until the end of the pan here, and then we'll be able to set these up to cool for the night.